So I wanted to jump on here and do a quick little, I don't even know, like intro, but this is very informal. This is not how I would normally teach a class, but for this class, the class is called Her Story, and each of you will get this with a little description and some prompts. And so right now I'm just pulling pictures to go with each prompt. Now, I went through my photos that I've had printed. Some of these photos were doubles and I've already scrapbooked them, but they're smaller because they are going to be in a traveler's notebook. And then I decided to go through this box, which is photos, some from my childhood, some from just doubles, like I said, that I've had, that I've already scrapbooked. And I do want to say that if you have had any kind of trauma in your life, or if you have recently lost a loved one, this might be traumatic for you. So you might just want to start with pictures that bring you joy and do the prompts that make you happy. This class, some of it is from my therapy. The writing a letter to yourself as a child is from my therapy. And I just felt like I wanted to kind of combine those things together, because what I have found, a lot of memory keepers, a lot of scrapbookers, a lot of us have had some kind of trauma. Not all, but in my experience of talking and chatting and getting to know a lot of my subscribers and, friends, a lot of them have had trauma in their life, some sort of trauma. So many of you guys know that my trauma was sexual abuse as a child. Now, since that has all come out and I'm going through therapy and doing all of that now, when I see photos of myself as a child, it is very, very difficult for me. I get very emotional because I feel like I had a part of my life robbed from me. A big, huge, giant chunk of my life was robbed, and I had to pretend to be happy, and, inside I was not. So it's very hard for me to look at this photo of me as a little girl. Very, very difficult. This one of me as a middle school, maybe 8th or 9th grade, is very, 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 very difficult to look at that. Right around that age is when the abuse stopped. And man, did I have a lot of messed up shit in my head, and I still do, and I'm still dealing with it. But these are difficult to look at, and I just found them in this box, and they're super hard. Then, as I was going through the box, I found a picture of my father who passed away in December. And this picture was actually given to me from him. I don't know when. I don't remember when he gave it to me. But anyways, this was very, very, very difficult to see. And yeah, still is. So be careful with yourself. Be careful with your emotions. Take the time. That's why I'm doing this class as a kind of a self-taught, or not self-taught, but self-paced class, because you can work on whatever. So right now over here, I have the photos of people that I love. So here's some pictures of Emily and I at different stages of Emily's little life. I have a couple smaller photos of Greg and I, and then I have a picture of my grandmother and I, and then a picture of my mom and I. And then moving over here, I have some stuff that was difficult for me. My thyroid surgery, my nephew, that's a whole different story. But so what I'm saying is be kind to yourself. Take your time. This does not need to be rushed and done in any sort of certain amount of time. If you don't have trauma in your life, then, go through and do the class and have fun with it. But if you do have trauma and some pictures might bring up some emotions for you, be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, let yourself take a break, step away from the photos, put the photos back in the box, and come back to them at a later date when you feel like you are okay to do those photos. You might not be. It might be something fresh. It might be something that you're dealing with right now. And my abuse happened many, 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 many years ago. But I just, you know, a couple years ago, finally told people. And so it is fresh for me. And I just started therapy less than a year ago. So it is very fresh for me. And my father just passed away a couple months ago. So that's really fresh. So those things are difficult. So I'm going to take my time and try to do those, because I do want you guys to be able to look through my traveler's notebook at the retreat and kind of get some inspiration and reference, even though you guys will have videos to watch. I probably won't do these on a video, the more difficult ones. But I will try to do them and have them in the traveler's notebook so you guys can see how I documented them, and maybe how I documented something that was tough for me. So yeah, that's just a little intro here, and I'm so excited because this is technically my first class. You guys will be getting lots of goodies and product, and some of these things I purchased, some of these things were donated. There's more stuff coming. There's a couple things that I need to purchase. And then there is, I think, one more sponsored thing should be coming this week. But I wanted to go ahead and start pulling the pictures, getting some ideas of what I wanted to do. And I hope that you guys are excited for this class. It is going to be a good therapeutic kind of thing. So I wanted to bring those things together. I wanted to bring my scrapbooking, because scrapbooking is also therapeutic for me, with kind of some of the things that I've learned in therapy. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and don't forget to be kind to yourself, because this is a hard process, especially if you have trauma in your life. Yeah, so that is it. The next video will be an actual process video, and you guys can just go self-paced and watch these as you want, and I hope you enjoy it. I've put a lot of work into this and my heart in this class, so I hope that you guys enjoy it and have fun and learn something from it. And yeah, so that's it. Spread love and be kind. Thanks for watching. Bye.